Good morning, my friends. My name is Father Charles Blizzard, and I'm one of the chaplains here at Peterson Air Force Base, and I'm so glad to join you today to talk a little bit about what we've been talking about all week, the full armor of God. We've talked about a sword, we've talked about a breastplate, and today we're going to talk a little bit about a helmet. But if you think about all the people in the world that you can think about, who especially uses armor? And we all pretty much know the answer. Usually, it is warriors or people who fight in the army. One of my favorite books happens to be stories about warrior saints or saints who have served in the army. And one of those saints in particular is Saint Mercurius. And Saint Mercurius was born in the 3rd century. That's about, 1,800 years ago. And he was born to a Christian family, and his parents loved him very much. They loved him so much, in fact, they gave him the name Philopater, which just means the lover of the Father. And he loved God so much that every day he spent time in prayer. He spent time going to worship and liturgy. He loved God immensely. But he also had a calling to be a soldier, a warrior. So from a very young age, he grew up training to be a soldier. He trained every day in sword fighting. He trained every day in blocking with the shield. He trained every day in putting on his armor, and especially the helmet, so that his body could be protected from any blows that might come from the enemy. Well, as he trained and as he grew up, he eventually became a leader in the army. He became almost like an officer. And he had a lot of soldiers who followed him, and they loved him very much because he treated his soldiers with respect and care and compassion. Well, there's a lot of wars in the Roman Empire during that time. In fact, the majority of the army spent their time fighting battles in the northern part of the empire. And there was one time when all the armies were in the northern side and they were fighting the Germanic tribes there. And suddenly, some tribes from North Africa, from the southern part of the empire, attacked the cities and the villages there. There's no one left to protect them except for St. Mercurius and his soldiers. So the emperor Decius calls up St. Mercurius and he says, I need you to go and protect my citizens there in North Africa. You are the only people that I can send. You're the last line. You're the only hope that we have. And so he sends St. Mercurius and his soldiers down to Africa. And they know that the battle's going to be tough because these particular warriors, these Berbers that were attacking North Africa, were fearsome warriors and strong and big and tough. And they were a large army. And St. Mercurius was a small army. Well, they arrive at the battlefield. And the day isn't like any other day. The day is full of storms. There's lightning. There's thunder. It's dark. But as they look out on the field, St. Mercurius sees the vastness of the enemy army. There are tens of thousands of soldiers across the field from him. And he looks down the line at his army and realizes he only has a few hundred soldiers. Now, for most of you, you might be thinking, I might just turn around and leave and save the battle for another day. But St. Mercurius couldn't do that. If you remember, the emperor said he was the last hope, the last line of defense. If he leaves, there's no one else to protect that part of the empire. And so St. Mercurius talks to his soldiers, and he kneels down in prayer right there on the field. As the thunder is breaking and the lightning's crashing around him, and the rain's pouring down, and he prays the Lord's Prayer. And at the end he says, Lord, thy will be done as you want it to be done. And as he stands up, suddenly an angel appears before him. And the angel is like, Mercurius, God has heard your prayers. He has seen how you have loved him and how you've been faithful to him all your life. And he wants to help you. And the angel hands St. Mercurius this sword. And St. Mercurius begins to look at this sword. And the sword is not like any sword he's seen. It's not made of iron or steel or any other metal that they knew of at that time. It was beautiful and it shone like the sun. It chased away the darkness and the rain and the lightning. there was nothing but brightness. And St. Mercurius said another prayer, thanking God for his love and graciousness and his mercy. And he turned to his soldiers and told them, we're going to attack now. And we're going to try to defeat this army. We're going to save these people who are in our empire. And St. Mercurius charged along with his few hundred soldiers. And the battle was long and it was tough. And there were losses on both sides. And eventually St. Mercurius makes his way into the army and ends up in front of this huge man. Kind of like our story with David and Goliath that we talked about. And this huge man was the leader of the Berber tribes. And he challenges St. Mercurius in that moment to a battle. And St. Mercurius is scared because he doesn't know what to do. He trusts God, but he's still kind of scared and kind of nervous. He knows that he could die. But he says another prayer. And he says, God, grant me your strength and your protection. May you be my helmet, my shield. May you be my breastplate and my sword. And he attacks the Berber village chief. And the battle is fierce. Remember, St. Mercurius has been training for this his entire life. The battle's fierce. They're slashing at each other. He's blocking blows. And suddenly, St. Mercurius makes a victorious strike on the chieftain. And he collapses. And the Berbers look at their leader defeated on the ground. And they run away. They scatter. This army of tens of thousands runs away. And St. Mercurius turns around with his soldiers and begins to cheer and to celebrate and to give thanks to God for his faithfulness. St. Mercurius and his soldiers had saved countless lives. And they return to Rome, and Emperor Decius celebrates Mercurius' victory and in fact makes him a royal advisor, a general in the army because of his victory. And St. Mercurius in his speech to the people says, it was not me, but it was God's faithfulness and God's love and mercy that carried us through, that gave us victory. It's like that in our own lives. Sometimes we have real difficult times. Sometimes there's battles that we fight in our lives. And I'm not talking about like physical battles. Sometimes it might be battles in making the right decision, making a good decision, maybe loving those who maybe are mean to us or are not very nice. Maybe it's you have an opportunity to say something mean to somebody, but you say something nice. We have those internal battles. And like St. Mercurius, we are called to put our faith in God, to ask him to give us strength, to give us courage, to give us salvation in those moments so that we can make good decisions, that we can love God with all that we are, and that we can love others as we are called to love them. That's what it means to have the full armor of God on. It means trusting wholly in our God for his protection, for his love, and his grace and his mercy. And if we give our whole trust to God, truly, like St. Mercurius, we will have victory over our enemies. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit.